whether a passenger tips is simply what kind of person the passenger is. That is a bigger determinant than the driver, the car itself, or the route.
So if I unpack that a little bit, the first thing you can think about is the star rating.
Remember, just as Uber passengers can rate drivers, Uber drivers also rate passengers.
The riders who have a 5-star rating, they're more than twice as likely to tip than riders who have a 4.75 rating.
What kind of passenger has 5 stars?
They're punctual, or they're nice in the car. They're giving respect to the driver.
And these 5-star passengers happen to be the same people who are most likely to tip every time. In other words, they're just wonderful people. But there aren't that many of them. Just 1% of Uber riders. So, who are these generous souls? What kind of person is most likely to tip an Uber driver? For starters, they are most likely to be male.
A man is about 19% more likely to tip than a female rider.
That's an interesting finding, especially because it is the opposite of what John List's own research shows about charitable giving.
Women consistently across the entire distribution give more money to charities than men do.
And why is Uber tipping so different?
My intuition is it's because this is anonymous. The world of charitable giving tends to have a lot of social pressure. What the literature also has taught us is that women are much more likely to change their behavior in the face of social cues. My intuition would be if you looked at tipping to taxi cab drivers or restaurants, that the difference would not be as stark. Women might even tip a little bit more, conditional on having the same income levels as men in those cases.
Now, to what degree, if any, are you able to control for income of the riders in your study? It may be that the men are wealthier.
What we do find is that riders from lower income areas tend to tip less than riders from higher income areas, but even after we correct or adjust for those income area differences, we still find that men do tip more than women.
You also write that tips tend to be higher during very early morning hours, between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., and that these hours have a disproportionate percentage of airport and business trips. What it calls to mind to me is those trips may be being expensed, may not be coming out of pocket, and maybe people are more generous with tips, not their own money.